Did you know that even non-chemical things found in your home may be silently poisoning you? In this video, I'm going to break down 5 natural causes that most people ignore that worsen the air you breathe at home, where they're found, and how you can protect yourself from them. This way, you can ensure your home remains a healthy shelter for you and your loved ones. Hi, this is Josephine from House Healthier, sharing with you the best ideas on how to improve your health and safety at home. On this channel, we review the official guidelines for home safety. If you're new here, consider subscribing and turning the notifications on, because more videos like this are on the way. For more information, you can find the links to the resources in the description below. So let's get started. Number 1. Dampness and mould. Dampness is the presence of excess moisture in a home that fosters the growth of fungi known as mould. Mould can present in a wide variety of colors: blue, green, brown, grey, dark orange, tan, yellow, even white, but the one that is more toxic is the black mould. When molds reproduce, they form spores which are emitted in the air and are toxic for your lungs. Inhaling or touching mold spores can trigger allergies, causing cough, itchy and runny nose, and sneezing, as well as an asthma attack. Where can you find dampness? Dampness is a common problem that can be found in almost 50% of homes and is more likely to occur in old houses, houses that are overcrowded, and houses that lack appropriate heating, ventilation, and insulation. Dampness also fosters the presence of other threats explained in this video later on, so make sure you take care of it. Here are some tips you can do to prevent dampness to appear. First of all, you should find out the humidity level of your home by using a humidity meter. The goal is to keep humidity below 50%. This way you can prevent mold growing. If your home has high humidity levels, you can decrease it by using moisture absorbers, humidity air purifiers, or dehumidifiers. Avoid installing carpets in your bathroom since they tend to absorb water and increase moisture. You can use instead materials that easily dry, such as rubber mat. Ventilate your home regularly, especially on dry days, so you can take advantage of low humidity levels outside. During cooking, use exhaust hoods to limit condensed formation. If you have mold, you can remove it by yourself also. First of all, make sure you wear a breathing mask, protective goggles, and rubber gloves so you don't come in direct contact with spores. You can clean up mold by simply wiping the surface with soap and water. Otherwise, you can use baking soda for dry cleaning. However, if the mold persists, you can use a bleach-based product. Make sure you follow the product's instructions. Unfortunately, if porous materials like carpets have been damaged by mold, you should consider replacing them because even after thorough cleaning, mold may be still trapped inside. Number 2. Overcrowding. Sharing your home with your loved ones still may be challenging, especially when there is not enough space for all of you. Overcrowding increases the risk of spread of viruses and bacteria that travel through air. Imagine someone with flu that sneezes or coughs without covering their mouth or nose. Tiny droplets filled with flu viruses scatter in the air and can travel up to 6 feet away, going practically everywhere. Contagious droplets are inhaled by people who are around and can also end up on hands and spread on surfaces used by everyone, like doorknobs, and shared objects like remote controls and keyboards. So, do you think it's possible to stop the spread of viruses and bacteria? The answer is yes. Good ventilation of indoor spaces helps reduce moisture and dampness that foster the growth and spread of viruses and bacteria. Cleaning shared objects such as keyboards and remote controls regularly may prevent the spread of these bugs. Remember to cover your mouth and nose with a disposable tissue every time you sneeze and cough, or just sneeze into your upper sleeve and not into the palm of your hand. And of course, wash your hands regularly with water and soap. Number 3. Cockroaches. Cockroaches are among the most common pests found in homes. Warm and damp environments are ideal for cockroaches. They live in groups and are attracted by food residues found in kitchens, cupboards and rubbish bins. Cockroaches have a sweet tooth, and during nighttime they search for sugary or starchy leftovers. Long exposure to cockroaches could trigger allergies because these insects carry allergens on their feet. These allergens can mix with household dust or float in the air, and breathing them may cause breathlessness and sneezing. So what to do? Remember to clean regularly your home and give attention to the corners around the furniture where food residues might get trapped. Also store your leftovers and don't leave them exposed on tables. This way, cockroaches are less likely to appear. Reducing moisture also prevents their appearance, because they don't like dry environments. If cockroaches have already moved in your home, you can use insecticides like gels or sprays. Don't forget to air the room after the use and avoid entering the room for the next hour. Always follow the instructions of the product. If the problem persists, and if you can't control it by yourself, you can ask for professional help. Number 4. Dust and dust mites. Dust can cause sneezing, coughing, or make you breathe with difficulty, but this is not the only problem. Dust fosters the growth of dust mites. Dust mites are tiny bugs that live in mattresses, couches, upholstered furniture, curtains and carpets, and feed on dead human cells found in dust. They thrive in damp conditions usually found in old houses. They are so small that human eye can't see them, and they can't bite you or sting you, but still they can cause troubles. Part of their body and their waste can trigger allergies in you, causing cough, itch and runny nose and sneezing, as well as worsen your asthma. Even though dust mites can be found in all homes, they cause health problems only when their population becomes really large. Although it's difficult to definitely eliminate dust mites from any home, there are effective ways to stop their harmful effect. The first goal is to keep humidity levels low. For this reason, you have to get rid of damp carpets and replace old fabrics, pillows and curtains where dust mites are trapped. You can use dust-proof or allergen-impermeable covers for your pillows and mattresses. Keep your home clean by removing dust from furniture and floors. We suggest you use a wet rag for furniture and a damp mop for the floors. If you use a vacuum cleaner, use one with a HEPA filter that stops mites from being released in the vacuum exhaust. If you're allergic to dust mites, when vacuuming, protect your nose and mouth from the exhaust with the mask and avoid entering the room for about 20 minutes so that you don't inhale the remaining scattered allergens in the air. Number 5. Pet allergens. If you have a furry or feathered little friend at home, then there are some things you should keep an eye on. Pet dander, urine and saliva shed by cats, dogs, rodents, birds and other animals are also known as pet allergens. They can be found on surfaces, and some of their particles can remain suspended in the air. When breathed by people who are sensitive to them, they can cause breathing difficulty, skin rashes, nasal congestion and sneezing. So what can you do? Unfortunately, if you're allergic to your own pet, the best way to protect your indoor spaces is to keep the animal outdoors, and if that's not an option, by all means keep it out of the bedroom. Do not allow the pet on furniture and keep it away from carpets. Remember to clean and vacuum regularly. Cat urine has high concentration of ammonia. Breathing ammonia can further irritate your lungs and cause breathing difficulties. Remember to cover your mouth and nose with a cloth or mask every time you clean the litter box. Use cat litters that block ammonia smells or eco-friendly litters. In order to make the ammonia smell less strong, cat litter boxes should not be placed on carpets that absorb urine and are difficult to clean if soiled. Remember to scoop the soiled cat litter at least once a day and replace the whole content and wash the box at least once a month. If the smell persists, even after washing the box, you can wipe the box by using vinegar or baking soda diluted in water. If the box is eroded by ammonia or still smelly, the best thing to do is to replace it. Your cat will thank you. So, question of the day: do you have any of those threats in your home? And what are you doing to take care of them? We are waiting to read your comments. Also, if you have any questions or reflections on the subject or any recommendations for future videos, please let us know. If you liked our video, give it a thumbs up and share it with a friend who may need it. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, take action and make your house healthier.